Really? Thanks. You can take those ribs out if you want. Just take the... Okay. I'm literally going to take the ribs out. What's up, Flogging the Bishop? How you doing, brother? I'm getting a few last things set up, and then we're gonna get this show on the road. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm running thin here. Donate to support the chef. Do that. Sure. I think that's gonna pop up on here. Yeah. Fuck. Shit. There you go. Okay. For some reason the multi-stream doesn't work at like the beginning for... Low Monkey Boy, what's up? Seeing notify of AP going live instantly open. Yo, bro. Why you be saying that? Like, why you be saying that? Yo, how do I sound right now? Do I sound a little low? Am I chilling? I have a different mic on for the cooking stream, and I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not too quiet or anything like that. Can I sell the stupid garrison now that I got the mission done where you have to garrison 40 units? Yeah, you could sell it after that. Mic is a bit low. Is it? Hold on. Let me try something for you guys really quick. Test. Am I still low? Am I a little low? Is that better? Or what are we thinking? How about now? Testing. Is that low enough? Or is that high enough? I think that might be a little better. Let me check. Oh shit. Hello? Test. Bit better? Maybe I put it over here instead. Just a little bit higher. I'll try my best. This might be better. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, wait. Now I need to oh god. Shut up. Hold on. We're getting there. Okay, this doesn't want to open. Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I sound chill. It's cool. I need that pop back. Yeah, no, I get what you mean by that, Flogging the Bishop. That pop is important, bruh. That pop is important. Good to be here and watch one of your streams after a crappy day. Hey, you know what? I hope the stream makes your day a little bit better. I hope it makes it a little bit better. That's all I ask, you know? I see I'm peaking a little, so I'm going to lower down the mic just a tiny bit. Tell me if that's a little too low on audio-wise. I'm just trying to get everything set up. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the main cam. Got the main cam going on, guys. We got the cooking show going on. We got the cooking show. I need to mute I need to mute something. Hold on. There you go. All right, that shut up now. All right. Hey, T. What's up? What's up, brother? What's up, man? What's up? Yes, sir. We got Murph in the house. We got Murph in the house and everything. This is looking fantastic. Fantastic already. And then obviously there's me. I need to turn this off. I actually am already cooking. This is actually a side dish for us. But we'll get to that much later. I just need to clear this out before I overcook the noodles. Because you don't want to overcook the noodles. Go ahead and turn that off. take those away. Happy 4th kitchen stream. Sheesh. What's up? We got a lot of new faces. We got a lot of new people here, as per usual. You know, welcome to the BNAP stream. This is something that we did this once, and I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it more. So, yeah. But the first stream, the first cooking stream, was actually the, what is it called? Raptor Nuggets. It was Raptor Nuggets. And today, we are going to be obviously making the slow smoked mammoth ribs. Yes, we're making slow smoked mammoth ribs, of course, on 4th of July. Now, I do have to say a couple things. If you do end up donating to me, I might miss it. I'm sorry, but when I sit down at my chair and I can see it, I can see the donation. I'll read it then. I am also only using YouTube chat. So if you are in Twitch or TikTok, try to chat on the YouTube one. It's the only one I can see. If not, I have to look at this very, very small chat that you guys see up in the corner. I don't know if that was the right way, but yeah, that's basically what I'm reading off. Peak has returned. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Let's get it, guys. We're making slow roasted or slow smoked mammoth ribs. The community manager's fist pumping, and as per usual, the community manager comes in clutch. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna kind of be late to this stream, but somehow in some way we got it started right on time, and I did not have time to get beer, sadly. But the community manager did come through and got us beer. So, as per usual, we have to crack one open.
Down one, down one, down one, down one. It's too cold.
It was too cold. I was not expecting that. Excuse me. Guys, we have to get straight into this. We got the mammoth ribs. Imagine mammoth burgers and boar hot dogs. That would be pretty sick. That would actually be pretty sick. Guys, 4th of July, obviously, we got to make some ribs. I enjoy ribs. You might be wondering what all of this is. We're going to deal with that much later. But we do have, from the outpost, sent by Ramsey himself, some baby mammoth ribs. Why I choose baby mammoth is because it's got nice. The meat is nice. That's it. You know. I could go for some old fart elder mammoth, but like it's not good. It's not good. You gotta go for the baby mammoth. That's the most important part. So let's go ahead. Let's get this on the cutting board. I got a few stuff that's on the side that I don't actually need. Wasn't there a scientist that tried real permafrost mammoth? Was there? I think I heard that. I think I've heard of that before, actually. I think I have. I don't know. I don't actually know. Guys, how's your 4th of July? You guys enjoying it? You guys loving it? I've been enjoying it. I've been working all day. And then obviously I got straight into this stream. We got to open up these mammoth ribs. Let me just go ahead and cut this open. Now, again, when you're working with meat, you know, you can contaminate a lot of things really, really quick. So there is some liquid in here. This is not blood, but I mean, technically it is blood. It's myoglobin. It is what is secreted after the moisture that's inside the meat itself coming out. It is technically blood, but it's also technically not blood. I don't know what the fuck it actually is, but yeah. So let me go ahead and take this out over the sink so I just don't spill anything. There we go. Awesome. Now both my hands are technically compromised, okay? But now here we go. So we have our mammoth ribs, very, very nice. And we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna teach you guys some things that I know about mammoth ribs after doing a couple of research and knowledge things. But before I go on, I'm British, so it's just a regular odd day. I mean, hey, you can't hate a regular day, man. Watch out for Mr. Purface. Might take your mammoth ribs. Where that bitch at? Gotta tear off the inner membrane. So you take off the okay, that's interesting. So, Like Murph mentioned, we do have a membrane. What the membrane is exactly is this under part right here. So there is this flap that's right here. A lot of people, what they tend to do is cut that off. I'm actually going to leave the flap there. The only reason why it's protected by a lot of this fat that's on top. So it's not going to actually burn up as fast as what you think it is. Now, there are some parts. Actually, I don't think so. This is a Packer cut. Packer cut, what that just means is just it's nicely cut around. This right here might actually come off, so I might be willing to take this out. See right here, like this is not meat. This is just pure fat, right? Mammoths are pretty fat. I can just take that off right now. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and grab a knife really quick, wash my hands. I touched the meat. Get a quick knife, you know, and we're going to just take that off really quick because we don't need it. It's going to burn up while cooking. It's not needed whatsoever. But like Murph said, we got to take off the membrane. We're actually not going, I personally don't like taking off the membrane solely because the reason why this acts like a shield. Yo, what's up? How you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing? But yeah, this acts like a shield basically. And if I take off that membrane, all the juices that I'm trying to keep inside the mammoth ribs, they're going to come out the bottom. So I don't actually want to take off the membrane. In this case, some people don't like the membrane because it does become a little crunchy if you do it right. Personally, for me, if you do it right, it's not going to be insanely crunchy, but it's going to be perfect for your taste buds. Okay, let me tell you. That's why I keep the membrane on. Now, you can take off the membrane. If you are trying to take off the membrane and you just don't like it, there are two ways you can do it. You can go at it and just, you know, try to peel it little by little. Luckily here, actually, the butchers that actually made this cut of meat fucked up a little and gave me a little lip that I can go ahead and pull it off. But I'm not. Another thing you could do that I found it makes it a lot easier for a lot of people is you go ahead and you get a paper towel. You get that, and then you hold it that way. Since the meat is a little wet, is a little, you know, it makes it easier to hold. So I'm not personally going to take off the membrane because I like to have the membrane on. I think of it as like a shield. It holds everything in. So I'm not going to do it. Beyond that, I mean, like a lot of this is underside. There's a lot of hanging pieces. So like all of this, I could probably just take off instead. Go ahead and look at that. This is hanging. Now, there is still fat under this, so I don't have to worry. All of this that I'm cutting off right now is just going to burn up. It's just going to burn up. It's not going to taste good. You could use this in sausage. You could use this to render down into oil if you need, or just overall tallow. I'm not a full-on chef or anything. Scissors? What do you mean scissors? I'd like to eat some. Yo, let's go. I'm also cooking. Yo, what are you cooking right now, Patchy? What are you cooking up right now? But yeah, everything else looks actually pretty good. We don't have to cut out a lot. What can I say? I picked out a good piece, right? but yeah, so this is all looking fantastic. Now, again, my hands are dirty. I'm going to go ahead and wash them. For you guys, if you guys are following and making this at home, you don't have to obviously wash your hands because the next thing we're going to be doing right now is obviously doing the seasoning. Now, there's a lot of ways we can go about seasoning here. Lot of fucking ways. Sometimes you want a binder. What is a binder? Binder is just to help keep the seasoning, that bark that you're trying to create for your mammoth ribs, to stay on, basically. Two binders that a lot of people tend to use is mustard. You don't taste the mustard, trust me. It's actually makes it a lot better. It adds a little more zing, a little more oomph to the ribs if you really want. Some people don't like the mustard. Personally, for me, I don't actually like the mustard. I taste it. Sometimes it's just too much. Sometimes it's just right. Sometimes I don't even notice it at all. Another thing you could also use is vegetable oil or canola oil or avocado oil. Avocado oil is absolutely high tier, superb. Where's the costume? Sadly, I didn't get. Okay, look, the costume it got delayed on Amazon. I was supposed to wear the costume. and I'm actually really sad. I tried to figure out if it was like out of closer like pickup area that I could just drive to and pick up. Sadly, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is that the new Battle Nations update? Yeah, this is the new Battle Nations update. This is it right now. I just touched the meat again. But again, we're not going to put a binder or anything. I don't think it matters. Compensate me in any way. I'll wear the Mammoth I'll wear the Mammoth costume for the entire Mammoth grind. How about that? I'll do. Ow, fuck. I'll do it for that. But yeah. Anyways, binder. I'm not gonna do one because personally, I don't think it does anything in my own opinion. I rather just keep it simple and that's it. I saw a guy who used a rub with usual salt, pepper, garlic powder, but he pulverized some of the freeze-dried raspberries into the powder, which seemed interesting. That does sound interesting. That does actually seem pretty interesting. You? Me? I am. Yeah. You'll sweat like a young boar if you do that. Yeah, that's true. That is true. You love to cook? I do love to cook. I actually really enjoy cooking. But so yeah, I'm not gonna put a binder, and I already have my rub that I've actually made ahead of time. What's in that rub? We're gonna be looking at onion powder. We're gonna be looking at cayenne powder to kind of bring that heat. Onion powder is just cause. Garlic powder just cause. This is kind of the normal necessities when cooking. If you're white and you've never heard of these seasonings before, I'm sorry. Salt and black pepper is probably too spicy for you, but here on the BNAP cooking show, we like flavor. We like spice. So that's what we're going to be doing exactly. So the cayenne pepper, I know it's a new vocabulary for you guys maybe, but let's say it together. Cayenne pepper. Yeah, this is golden right here. Another thing that I would actually like to mention is paprika. Paprika, another big thing that you probably guys haven't heard of. Yeah, this is an amazing seasoning. I put this shit on basically anything. And then we obviously have your usual black pepper and then obviously your salt. Now, you could go two ways with the salt. You can go table salt or you can go kosher salt. A lot of people usually use kosher salt. I personally use table salt because the salt minerals themselves actually seep through into the meat a lot better than kosher salt. So I personally go with table salt in my own opinion, but here, I'm going table salt. So the last seasoning here is actually cumin. I don't usually use this, but I've been recently been told that this is actually a fantastic ingredient. I've tried it already, and it does make the difference. Now, we're going to be looking at putting 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, and then I like to put basically pepper and salt to your taste, to your liking, because everyone's taste buds are different. So that's basically what we got here in this bowl at the moment. So yeah. You love to cook. I do love to cook. Are you going to eat all the mammoth ribs in one session? Do you have a special seasoning like a rub? I make my own seasoning just because I just like to know what's in it and control the taste as much as I can. You can call me a control freak. What can I say? I don't know if I'm going to eat the mammoth ribs in one sitting, though. I'll tell you that. I don't think I will be doing that. We're going to get the community manager to actually taste test the ribs. Because obviously I'll be biased and say I just fucking love it. So I rather not, right? Ratatouille under the chef's hat. We're not lifting up my hat because that might be true. Hello, AP just got off work. I couldn't miss my boy streaming and we are the outfits. Sadly, I didn't get the outfit. Amazon delayed it, so I couldn't wear the mammoth one. It's literally coming in tomorrow. So I could wear it tomorrow if you guys want. And I'll wear it again for the speed run for the young mammoth too, if you really want. Can we kiss the chef? Really? We use a lot of cumin in the North Africa. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I did not know that. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We have our seasoning done. I'm just going to move this shit off to the side. We do have the seasoning. Everything that I mentioned is right here. Now, there are ways to doing this, to putting your seasoning on your actual mammoth meat here. What I'm actually going to do first, I forgot another big thing. There is brown sugar in this. I do have brown sugar in this. Why is to give that extra like sweetness, because we're going to be obviously adding barbecue sauce to this, and that kind of just makes a nice coating overall on the final result of the actual meat itself. So what I'm going to do is just quickly go through. Guess again, the best tools in the kitchen are your own hands. So I recommend using your hands. If not, you can use a spoon or some shit like that. But I'm just going to go ahead and just sprinkle this over. And I didn't use a lot at on my first run here, but I'm going to do more. I'm actually going to do a lot more. We're going to do a lot more. And then we're not looking to padding this. You can pad it, just don't pad it too hard. I'm actually going to be looking to just smooth it out. I want a nice leveled seasoning overall on the entire mammoth ribs themselves. I want to cover basically everything that I can. Every single part. So I am missing a little bit on here. What's up, Hobby Hangout? How you doing, Hobby Hangout? You chilling? You chilling? How's your 4th of July, man? How's the 4th of July? So I'm going to go ahead and get the sides. One thing that my boss has told me, he is a pit master. Now, again, I'm just gently patting. I don't want to do it too much. We're not trying to fucking smear this shit. We're not in New York, okay? We're not trying to do that, okay? So we do have basically the top laid out. So that's how it's looking. It kind of looks like I rubbed this shit in orange dirt. It's not orange dirt, okay? We're going to go ahead. Light little pats. Awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and flip it. A lot of people tend to not actually season the bottom side of the ribs, but I like to. It's there. We might as well do that. Where'd you get those ribs, though? Ramsey himself actually gave me these ribs. So I had to go to Ramsey's barbecue and basically talk shop with him, and I ended up stealing the ribs. Actually, don't tell Ramsey, please. Is it pork or cow? This is Mammoth. This is Mammoth. It's neither of those. I don't know what that falls under, but it's Mammoth meat. How many nanos does it cost, the ribs? I would say if you're trying to buy some mammoth meat, I would say it doesn't cost nanos, honestly. It's not these are baby mammoth meat. I'll say that. So that it's kind of a delicacy if you think about it. It's kind of a delicacy. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat it around as much as I can. I'm not patting this as hard as fuck. A big thing is doing the sides. People forget about the sides. What I like to do is make kind of like a ramp and then just slowly add it onto the side so we get that going. And I already did this side. So a lot of our mammoth ribs is actually coated. So there you go. So both sides coated. It's looking fantastic. It's just raw. That's it. It's just raw. We're going to go ahead and wash our hands because we are now done with the seasoning portion, okay? Now the next thing we kind of have to do here is wrap it. There's different ways of cooking the mammoth ribs. You can go the 3-2-1 method. Obviously, I live in an apartment. I actually don't have a smoker, so we're going to be putting these bad boys in the oven. If you have liquid smoke, you can definitely do liquid smoke. I added just a tiny bit, but again, it's not the same as like actually smoking on a smoker. If you do that, you could go ahead and start your smoker, I believe, at 275. Or if you want to go for a longer time, you go 225 instead. I would do 225 for around like four hours. That's kind of what I have my oven doing at the moment right now. But for this one, we're not going to do a 3-2-1 method. What a 3-2-1 method is 3 hours unwrapped, then 2 hours wrapped, and then 1 hour you baste with barbecue sauce or anything that you're trying to put on to have that nice glaze on the top side. We're not going to be doing that because I don't like that glaze usually, so I try to just have it as a dry rub, and that's it. We're just going to go straight into wrapping and just trying to make this go a lot quicker. If you're wrapping with aluminum foil, that's going to be the fastest thing that actually cooks your mammoth ribs. If you're wrapping with parchment paper, that's actually going to be the second slowest compared to, wait, Yeah, if you're using parchment paper, that's gonna be a lot slower because you're letting a lot of that juices actually fall out. But you still get a lot of that smokiness taste within your meat. So yeah. Also, the wood absolutely matters if you're doing this on a smoker. What I'm going to be doing right now is just trying to wrap this. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to move our mammoth ribs off to the side. That's step 1. Step 2 is actually bringing the tray that we're going to be using, and step 3 is drinking our beer. Ugh. 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 That's one beer down. That's one beer down, guys. And Tom, another one. Tom, another one. You could also use beer to steam the ribs, making them much more tender. I've seen people do that. They would actually do a liquid rub or brining, or I think it's called water brining. I could be wrong, but they would actually use beer instead, which I think is very interesting. I've never had that before. So yeah, we do have another beer. AP, what if you get drunk and mess up the rib? That's not gonna happen. The ribs are just gonna be a lot better. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and get this aluminum foil. Basically, what I'm thinking when it comes to the aluminum foil, what I'm looking for here is I want to make a boat. Basically, I want to make a boat or a bowl in this case. You want to get enough aluminum foil just for the actual thing, and we're gonna go ahead and set that down just like that. What a lot of people actually tend to do is put vegetable oil or canola oil, whatever you preference, or even butter sometimes on the base, so it just doesn't stick as much. I'm not gonna do that because we're doing it in an oven, so it doesn't really matter in the sense. But you want to try your best to keep all that liquid that this mammoth rib is going to produce in the oven. So I'm gonna basically just try to make a tiny little boat bowl, whatever you want to fucking call it, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and get another piece going, just like that. And I don't want to crimp the edge. I want to keep all of that goodness in there. Make sure that it's good. My boss would absolutely hate me if he saw this stream and I'm using a fucking oven. So I work at a barbecue place, so that's why actually I know a lot of this shit now. But that's kind of why I really enjoy doing the cooking streams, because I know a lot of this shit, and I'm hoping, hopefully I'm teaching you guys something. If you guys actually think this is not like real shit, this is actually real shit. You can look it up. So there we go. We do have my covered mammoth ribs. It's seasoned. Now there are a couple things you could do at this point. You could let the seasoning sit in this casing for about 24 hours, and that would actually enhance the flavors a lot more. And actually, that's exactly what I did. So these aren't the only mammoth ribs we have. I actually have a set of mammoth ribs already in the oven and already cooking this entire time while I was out at work. Thank you to the community manager for being able to put in the ribs at the correct time for this stream. But yeah. These are actually going to go into the fridge, and I'm actually going to use these for something else. And we do have the same exact thing, what I did here, but already in the oven. What I set my oven to is 225, and I'm going to be cooking it for about 4 hours. Currently, we have about 30 minutes left, actually, for these ribs to be done. Oh, wait, I need chat. Fuck. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Happy 4th of July. Yeah, happy 4th of July, man. Oh, excuse me. That deserves a beer. Ugh. Can you put veggies or lemon on top of the ribs? Sometimes you could put veggies on top of the ribs, but it just depends. Again, you want to do that at the very end because it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn the veggies a lot. The ribs are gonna be cooking for a long time, at least 3 to 4 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in the fridge. Again, if you want to set your ribs to sit there for 24 hours and get that extra flavor, flavor profile, be my guest, go for it. With that being said, obviously now we're just in the waiting game, right? We're not in the waiting game. This has never been the waiting game. Because I am going to make a side, actually. This is something that's not in Battle Nations, and I'm going to add it into Battle Nations some way and somehow, you know? But what we're actually be making for a side for the ribs, I've already actually cooked up some noodles, some little noodles, and we're actually going to be making some mac and cheese. Now, I would do baked mac and cheese, but sadly, I'm fucking using the oven, so I can't. I fucking can't. Yo, hello, BN's top triracial angel. Yo, what's up, Denis? How you doing, Denis? Happy 4th of July, brother. So I already have the noodles cooked, so we don't have to worry about that. I just have to make the cheese, and that's about it. So if you guys don't know how to make mac and cheese, I'm going to teach you right the fuck now. Right the fuck now. What we're going to be starting with is turning this on, because I haven't turned this on. Hold on. Where's the lighter? Hopefully I can finish this before the fucking ribs are done. We do have about like 30 minutes until those are done, and I do have to pull them out. So there we go. So we want low medium heat for this. We're not trying to fucking burn this shit. And I am going to be using heavy whipping cream. I'm going to use about 2 cups of this bitch, because this is our special shit. Actually, I'm going to do... Yeah, let's do that. There you go. I'm using... what is that? What is that? 3/4? 1 cup and 3/4. Yeah, there you go. That's the number you're looking for. We're going to go ahead and put this away. Go ahead and put this away. I'm waiting for this pot to heat up just a tiny bit. And what I'm going to do is actually put butter and flour inside. Where's the flour at? Here's the flour. I'm actually going to start with butter and flour. This kind of makes a better consistency for the overall mac and cheese. Why? I don't fucking know. I actually don't know. I really don't know. I just know it works. And I enjoy it. And that's about it. A little bit of cornstarch in the sauce is also pretty good. Corns? I've never heard of that. I've never. Does that make it a little more higher? Is it higher viscosity or lower viscosity? I think it's higher. No, you want lower viscosity, right? I don't know. I actually don't know. But for the mac and cheese, what I'm actually gonna be looking for, higher viscosity. Okay, thank you, Jimbo. Thank you. What I'm actually gonna be using is cayenne pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. Basically everything besides the cumin. I don't want cumin in this. Cumin in mac and cheese is no bueno. I'd rather not. And when it comes to cheese, guys, cheese is super, super important. The choice of cheese that you choose and what kind of cheese that you choose is very, very important. We're going to be doing a 3-cheese mac and cheese here. So what I got for us in store is obviously just yellow cheddar, yellow sharp cheddar. That's about it. Just your basic. You kind of need this in every mac and cheese, in my opinion. And then you also have your white cheddar block, easy. And then my personal favorite is I don't know how to say it, but yep. This cheese. It has this nice smoky taste to it, and that's what I really enjoy. It kind of adds, just adds that extra oomph, that spice that I personally like. I like my food spicy, so that's just me. That's just how I roll. So we're gonna go ahead and start this up. Now the butter has been warming up just a tiny bit. We're gonna go ahead and throw in 1 and 2. Now my heater, my heat is a little too high. I can already tell that butter is browning just a tiny bit, which is not bad. That's exactly what you kind of want, is that butter browning just a tiny bit, but not too much. And you always want to make sure you're keeping your workplace as clean as possible. So we're going to go ahead and put away that butter. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the flour, wash my spoon, keep as little dishes as there are. And then I'm going to go just a tiny, tiny teaspoon of flour in there. There we go. And I can go ahead and get rid of this middle spoon. And instead, use this thingy. We're going to go ahead and mix that all up. I might actually need just a tiny bit more flour. Or let's go ahead and just check, just in case. Just need to make sure to mix it a little bit of water before putting it else, or it clumps. That is true. Yeah, I've fucked that up before multiple times. So the consistency that we're kind of looking for, and I could add more flour, but honestly, I don't have a problem with this. Maybe a tiny bit more flour, actually. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more flour. We're just gonna go in with this like that. Awesome. Wash my hands. Always want to make sure you wash your hands. Just a tiny bit more flour. What are you guys doing for 4th of July? You guys doing anything special? Hanging out with friends? Hanging out with family? I'm here doing a stream and drinking. That's about it. Now I am going to let this warm up a bit. I'm going to raise the fire just a tiny, tiny bit. I'm going to go ahead and put away the flour and the pasta that I used from earlier. Ugh. There we go. Grinding on BN. That's what I like to hear, you know? Watching a Battle Nation streamer. Oh, yeah, really, Jumbo? Yeah? You are you now? I'm going to let this simmer just a tiny bit more. I kind of am looking for that butter and flour to brown up just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. We're not going to season just yet. I do also need to get a cheese grater. I was meant to do this much before, so you guys don't have to watch me fucking struggle grating cheese. What shape pasta are we using? Oh, hold on. Fuck. Rodini. That's what we're using. I had bow ties, but you know what? What is a July 4th? It's 5th year. Damn, homie's in the future, bruh. Homie's in the future. My boy actually cooking for once, never in game. You off again? Oh, there she goes. Community manager is out, and it's just us boys now. So we're gonna go ahead and pour all that heavy whipping cream out. There we go. And we want to mix that just a tiny bit. We want to mix it just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Let the flour, let the butter, let the heavy whipping cream all mix in together. All mixing together. I think there was like a frozen, yeah, it was a little frozen piece. My fridge be freezing shit, bruh. My fridge be freezing shit. It's not even that high. I don't even know why. Solid choice, but chili, the small shell, those are pretty good. At what age you started cooking, AP? I started cooking at a pretty young age, to be honest. My mom and dad, they would travel a lot for their work. So I ended up cooking pretty early in my life, which I don't have a problem with. I think this is something that I've actually really cherished a lot, because when I first moved into like the first esports mansion that I lived in, I hired one of my friends and they asked me, yo, how do I cook? And I'm like, what the fuck you mean, how do you cook? And he lifts up, and I kid you not, a pack of Tapa ramen. A pack of Tapa ramen. And I'm like, wow, you don't know how to cook a pack of Tapa ramen? And honestly, at that point, I was just like, hold on. Him and I lived very different lives. And I honestly, I didn't really have my parents around too much. I had them around a decent amount. I want to say they were fucking gone, right? But they were busy doing their own thing, right? Where in his case, he just didn't know how to cook. His parents never taught him, but it wasn't needed because he lived with his parents. That was his first time moving out of his like parents' house, and that hit me a lot, and that made me realize, one, you don't judge people because you don't know what they've been through in life, but then two, not everyone is on the fucking same premise you are. So that, yeah, I mean, I learned how to cook pretty early. And I really enjoy cooking because, you choose your taste, you choose what you like, what you enjoy, and that's about it. Now, I am going to start grating the cheese while this just goes. I should have done this way earlier. I meant to do this way earlier, and by way earlier, I mean yesterday. I need to grade like half of this shit, bro. I wonder if it's legal to eat elephants. It's totally legal to eat elephants, bro. Trust me. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Everything's going wrong. And I need to do this, like, multiple times. I'm making a mess. Oh no, the fucking oh no, there's plastic. I think is there plastic? No, there's not plastic. We're chilling, guys. We don't have plastic in the cheese, okay? Trust me here. We don't have plastic in the cheese, okay? I got an automatic grate. Wait, you have an automatic grater? Wait, is that on Amazon? Audio list is going crazy. Yo, if you're listening to the fucking podcast, you're nuts, bro. It's called the salad shooter. Hold on. You might be putting me onto something right now. It's like a half the block. Alright, I think that's good enough on half the cheese block. I'm going to go ahead and grab a nice big bowl. I do want this simmering just a tiny bit. Again, a lot of this is not going to change until we start putting in other ingredients. That's a lot of fucking cheese. I might have done too much cheese. But oh well. Hey, more cheese the merrier if you think about it. And fucking open this shit. One time I was making mac and cheese for a party. I want to save money on buying blocks of cheese. Never manually grated cheese ever. Yeah, I appreciate. So so there's actual reason why I prefer grating my own cheese versus buying store-bought like pre-shredded cheese. The reason why I actually buy the block of cheese versus the pre-shredded cheese is because they actually do use a chemical in pre-shredded cheese, basically where it doesn't allow the actual cheese to remix back in together for the sauce that we're kind of making. So a lot of time when people buy cheese and they think, oh, why do it myself, when instead of just grating it myself, is because it clumps up a lot more when it's already pre-shredded. That's why I use block cheese instead. And it just tastes better, in my opinion. It's cheaper too, technically. You get a lot more cheese pull out of it. So I personally, I honestly, Jimbo, I might need you to Amazon send, like link me that fucking auto grater that you mentioned. Because that sounds big, bro. It is a lot more work. Yeah, the anti-clump powders. Yeah, there you go. Murph knows. Murph knows what's fucking up. Murph cooks, bro. I don't know if Murph has a girlfriend, but Murph, if you don't, guys, Murph might be single, and he definitely knows how to cook if he knows about the anti-clumping powders. I used to grate everything with a box grater, but eventually I got tired of grating frozen butter for my I do. Oh, okay. Never mind. Murph is not single, bro. Murph is not single. Do not hit him up if you're a single lady, okay? He's off the records. I mean, shit, I'm going to culinary school at some... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. Maybe Murph should be streaming this shit, bro. I think Murph should be streaming this shit. Wait, Murph might be judging me right now. Hold on. So I think that's a good enough amount of white cheddar. Again, that sharp cheddar, yellow sharp cheddar, is going to bring a lot of taste. The white cheddar is basically the same thing. It's just kind of fucking white. Grab all this extra cheese. And the last cheese we do have, again, we constantly want to be stirring the mixture that we have. It's actually looking fantastic right now. But I do want it simmering just a tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Let's go ahead. Yo, what's up, Sky Chin? How you doing, man? How you doing? Let's go ahead and open up this last cheese that we have here. Get that going. And before we start grating, oh. All right, we got to finish this now. Happy 4th of July. Happy Friday. All right, we got 3 beers. Fuck. Okay, 3 beers in. Or, well, this is the 3rd one now. We got 1 cheese left. Let's go ahead and get this cheese grated. How you doing, Sky Chin? You chilling? You having a good day, man? Good 4th of July if you celebrate it. For this last cheese we're looking at, I'm only looking to do a little bit, solely because it's a pretty strong cheese. It's actually a pretty strong cheese, so its taste profile will really show. Now this is actually looking fantastic for me right now, so I kind of do want to hurry this up. This is a messy quick cooking stream. I'm not gonna lie. All right, that's our final cheese in there. That's basically just a 1 cup of the whatever it's Gruyere cheese. I need a posterior view of you. Some back shots. Why do you want to? Hey, yo, homie wants back shots. So we're going ahead. We have all our cheese right here. It's a lot of cheese. I might have grated up a tiny too much, but we're going to go ahead and mix it. I'm mixing this in a really weird way, but for the camera, you know, we kind of have to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this cheese, mix it very well. Very nice, very good. There we go. All right. So that's pretty mixed. I definitely made a fucking show us the cake. Streamer gives back shots live. Okay, yeah, this is looking fantastic. I'm going to lower the fire just a tiny bit. This is looking great for us, honestly. Oh, yeah. This is looking fantastic. So, we're going to go back shots or we demand the RC. I just gave it, bro. Like, I don't know what you want from me. For the cheese, you want to add in the cheese bit by bit. You don't want to add it all at once because it does start to clump up a lot more. It takes a lot more time to kind of melt. So what I'm going to do is just add a tiny bit. Add a tiny bit. Now, technically, what a lot of people do say is to turn off the fire at this point. For me, I don't feel like we need to turn off the fire. Like you could put it on low. You don't want this shit scorching. Excuse me. You're just looking for that cheese to melt. The moment you start seeing those streaks inside the cheese start to disappear, I can maybe show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. But the moment that those cheese streaks start to disappear, community manager looking through the window, shit, if she's looking through the window, that's impressive, bro. I live on a pretty high floor. We're gonna add another handful of cheese. Again, I'm looking to get this thing fucking cheesy, brother. Okay, fucking cheesy, and it's already looking good. It's already looking good. We still need to add our seasoning. We don't want to forget that. We do not want to forget that. I may have added a little too much cheese to help it melt, but I think we should be fine as long as I let it sit just for a few seconds here. Look at that. Look at that. So that's looking a little nicer, but that's not the exact viscosity that we're looking for. And we're gonna get there when we add more cheese. It's gonna become gooier. It's gonna become nicer. I did grate up a lot extra cheese here, and typically, if you want, what I would do if I had more time in the sense, obviously we're doing this on stream at the moment. I would do a bake instead, where I would have the cheese, have my mac and cheese, whatever, all put together, and then put a layer of cheese on top, and then put that shit in the oven at 450, burn that shit, just a tiny bit. You want that gold crust on the top, and that's gonna be so much better. Now, a lot of what I really like doing is layering that shit, make it kind of like lasagna in a sense. Oh my God, it's so fucking, I love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is like probably one of my favorite dishes, like hands down. Like I love eating mac and cheese. We're gonna add more cheese to this. Again, I'm looking for a good, gooey, cheesy taste here. I'm gonna bump up the fire just a tiny bit. It went out. The fire went fucking out. I was like wondering, like, why is it not melting as fast now? And then, fun fact, I've never tried. Wait, you've never tried mac and cheese? You need to try mac and cheese, my guy. Yo, if I come to Dublin, deserves jail time. Yo, facts? Yo, that might be facts, bro. He might deserve jail time if you haven't tried. I'm gonna make mac and cheese just for you. Actually, no. Wait, I'm making mac and cheese in Dublin, Endless. I will make you mac and cheese, dude. I will make you some mac and cheese myself. I'll cook it up. Now, this is epic. Yo, thank you, first of all. Again, if you're new to this stream, guys, this might be your first ever cooking stream. We've only done one other cooking stream, and that was for the Raptor Nuggets. And those turned out absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the Raptor Nuggets. So currently right now, this is where I'm saying I added too much cheese, and now it's kind of clumping up a tiny bit. How do we fix that? We kind of turn on the heater just a little bit higher, and that's going to help that melting point a little bit more. Another thing we could do is add sour cream, and that actually helps the overall clumpness of those like, you know, cheese clump nodes just melt easier overall. The reason why it's having a difficult time is because now we're getting to a point. So like right there, it's kind of being a lot more gooey, and that's why it's not melting as easy. Could add a bit of milk. You could also add a bit of milk. Again, you're looking for more of that. I'm just gonna keep stirring basically, but with adding more milk, you're kind of like watering it down in a sense. I'm hoping that it just disappears. Murph knows more. That's all I'm saying. Murph might know more. Endless just won at life. I feel more nervous now that I know Murph is heading to culinary school, bro. Okay, so those clumps are actually gone now. Those clumps are actually disappearing. I might... No, I'm not. I was going to add in a little bit more milk, But instead, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more cheese. Okay, now it's kind of, so my fire is a little too high. Fire's a little too high. I do have to take it off. Little too high for me. It's starting to bubble a lot more. Have you tried adding anti-clump powder? Anti-clump powder? I could add that. But I'll tell you this right now. I don't have that. What I find that works is you just keep doing this. You just keep doing this. You have a good time. You might, you know, you open a beer and then you drink and then tell me right now. Tell me right now. What other streamer is doing this? Tell me whatever other streamer you're watching that's doing, tell me right now. Who else is doing this? Tell me right now. No one. Add the beer. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna add the beer, bro. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and lower this a tiny bit more. We do have extra cheese. How much time do we have? Oh, we have 3 minutes until the ribs come out. We gotta hurry, actually. So again, what personally I would do if I wasn't strapped on time here is I would 100% put this more in an actual like pan and put it in the oven and bake it so I kind of have a nice crust on the top. But sadly, with the time that I have as of right now, I don't have that. So we're just gonna mix it, if anything. Before I start mixing it though, I do want to season this because it is lacking a little bit of seasoning. So we're gonna go ahead, put a little salt. Put a little salt. Those are like maybe like a teaspoon of salt. A little bit of black pepper. I actually like a lot more black pepper than the usual person, so I put roughly around like maybe a teaspoon and a half in there. Next thing I'm adding is a tiny bit of garlic. Tiny bit, and I mean like a tiny bit. And then a little bit of onion powder. Both these are kind of the same. And I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing this right now. And I'm gonna add paprika. I love paprika. Paprika is like probably one of my favorite seasoning. So I am gonna add a little bit more than usual. And that might add like a tiny bit of redness, a red hue to your mac and cheese that you're making. But our final result as of right now, I don't know if you can see that. That's nice. That's beautiful. I'm enjoying that. Is this going to be 100% mammoth meat? It's 100% mammoth meat. You know, Jay Crawls himself. You know that I think of it. I do have some pasta and cheese. Hey, you can make some mac and cheese, brother. That sounds like you can make some mac and cheese. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to push this forward, off to the side. Move that here. Move this here. I'm going to just clean up a bit because usually I like to have a clean kitchen when I'm cooking. But right now it's not that clean, and I'm kind of sad that it's not. Straight into the hand. There we go. Down right there. We have a minute until our ribs are done. These have been sitting in the cauldron for like quite a while now. So I'm actually gonna use this spoon instead. Now I hope the community manager comes back soon because she's the tester for this. Mac and cheese is pretty foolproof. It's not as finicky as hollandaise sauce or custard. I love making fucking eggs Benedict with the hollandaise sauce. Oh my god, dude. That's my favorite. We're just pour all that cheese in. All that cheese in. all of that cheese in. There we go. Now, you guys might find me weird for doing this. That sauce is very fucking hot. I'm going to go ahead and add just a tiny bit of the raw cheese itself. That's the timer for the ribs. It might have just gave you guys PTSD, and I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and add just a tiny bit of cheese, and that's going to just melt in between all that mac basically, and the sauce, and then I'm just going to mix all of that. And, oh, oh my God. That needs a little more salt. How soon? I mean, the ribs just came out. Ship this, please. I could. It needs a tiny bit more salt. Tiny bit more salt. Community manager's currently watching the stream. Guys, everyone say hi to the community manager because she's in the stream currently. We're also going to be plating this as well. Oh, shit. More fell out. Oh, my fucking God. That's so fucking good. The only thing that would make this better, I think, is if we put this in the oven and baked it. That would be so fucking good. So she is female. The community manager is female. The community manager... Okay, if you guys didn't know, the community manager is my girlfriend. The reason why she's the girlfriend... the reason why she's the community manager is because she's my girlfriend. That is it. I don't know why. I just wanted to evolve her into the Battle Nation stuff or into the server, and I needed figureheads to fill like the mod admin position until I actually got some. So my girlfriend ended up becoming the community manager, and my friend that was actually holding the camera in the Dreadnought win, my first ever Dreadnought win. He is actually the admin of the hideout. So there we go. Our mac and cheese. Look at that, guys. You enjoy that? That's nice. We're going to put this off to the side for now. And we're going to go ahead and bring out our fucking ribs. We're going to bring out our ribs. Hold on. The ribs are done right now, by the way. Reason why she's the girlfriend. Oh, wait. Reason why she's the girlfriend is the mac and cheese. Yes. I don't know what that meant, but yes. All right. Let's see how these ribs turned out. Oh, and these ribs leaked. Oh my God, they leaked so much. But they smell insane. They smell absolutely insane. Okay, they definitely leaked. So what that tells me, that the fact that these ribs leaked is that I needed a bigger boat, and it just produced so fucking much just juice. Let's see. Hold on. I don't want that in there. Get that out of there. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me just hold on. It just means they're at maximum flavor capacity. That's exactly what I'm thinking, bro. Oh yeah, these are fucking nice. These are hot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Gotta show us the juice, the juices on that foil. I'll try, bro. Hold on. Where's my other mitt? Where's the other mitt? Am I tripping out? Oh, it's right here. Oh, drink the juice. Sounds like Morgan eating good tonight. I think so. I don't think I can show you. That's the issue. I can't show you. I need to get the ribs off. Oh my god. I could base this. Oh, should I base this? Ooh, this is looking nice. So one thing that I can tell off the bat is this is definitely done just by the touch. I like that. I like the feel of it. But if you're trying to test it at home and you don't want to touch it because obviously it's hot, one thing that you could do is you go ahead and get a toothpick or obviously a meat thermometer. The internal temperature that you're looking for your mammoth ribs here is going to be at 175. You're looking for a 175 in between, obviously not the fucking bone. You're looking for the meat itself. But let's say you don't have a meat thermometer or anything like that. You can check the tenderness of it. What we're looking for overall is that overall bend. It's the U-bend test, the fold test in the sense. With ribs versus like beef ribs or even, I guess a brisket could be comparable to it. We're not looking for the meat to just fall off the bone. We're looking for the meat to easily fall off the bone once you're biting it in the sense. With brisket, it's the same thing. You're kind of looking for you're looking for that meat to bend but not break. Where with pulled pork, you're looking for it to break insanely easy for you. So the reason why I have the toothpick here is to test out how that tenderness looks within your ribs. So if I go ahead and I find a spot between the meat and I pull up, there is no give at all. So that's what's telling me this meat is absolutely ready. There's no give at all. I can pull it up and it doesn't come up with, like the meat doesn't come up with the toothpick. Just like that. Just like that. The only thing that would make this better, in my opinion, obviously, if you smoked it actually instead of putting it in an oven, you get that smoke bark, you get that smoke taste. Personally, for me, you could use redwood, you can use Texas post oak, you could use cedar. I think cedar might not be the best option here, but you know, it's whatever you have available near you, right? Texas post oak is probably the best in my opinion. This is just insanely juicy. This is like insanely juicy to me. Let me get this off. There we go. Awesome. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna go and try to get this entire rack of ribs off of this and then get a piece out. I don't know how I actually want to go about this. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Oh, one of the bones already fell out, bro. Oh my god, and the juices are flowing. And all the juices came out. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just wrap. Fuck, that's hot. Oh, and more juices came out. Okay. Oh, and there's all the there you go. You want that? There you go. Let's just keep all the juices in there and chuck that out. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Oh, shit, that's hot. What do I want to do here? I need to take the ribs out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean this cutting board really quick. I'm going to clean the cutting board so we can get a better eye on just the ribs itself. Now, the difference with this rib being in the oven versus being in like an actual smoker is within the oven you would kind of see that smoke ring that a lot of pit masters are looking for. And honestly, that's like the best thing, right? Is once you see that smoke ring, the different colors and everything, this is just going to be evenly cooked within the meat itself. Where versus a smoker, you will see the different colors. You will see the bark, and then you will see just that nice reddish, pinkish look at the very edge where the bark meets the meat. And that right there, oh my god, that is fucking beautiful. We're going to go ahead and take this out. The bone just fucking fell out, bro. I'm gonna put that back in. So there you go. I can hold it by the bone. I'm gonna put that on there. We're gonna take this tray out. Bro just deboned the rib. I did debone the rib. That was just like a side bone anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about that. That's definitely always going to be just falling out. So there we go. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and grab some barbecue sauce. Now, the typical barbecue sauce that I have to obviously promote here, guys, is obviously Black's Barbecue. Black's Barbecue, the original. Geez, this looks like a Patreon content. I could, but fuck that. Why put shit behind a paywall, bro? I'd rather not. Black's Barbecue. That's the barbecue sauce we're gonna be using instead. Again, I would instead do a 3-2-1 glaze of the ribs itself, but sadly we just don't have that type of time, and I just can't control it because obviously I was at work. So we're just gonna do a little barbecue sauce on the side there. We're gonna bring out the nice knife. There you go. Look at that shit. My boss bought me this. He bought me this knife, bruh. We're gonna even bring this out. There we go. All right. What piece do you guys want? What piece I like the middle cut. So when cutting the mammoth ribs, what you want to do, these bones do angle at an angle. So it's not you just cutting straight down. It's kind of you doing a slant in a sense. So I do have a little help here. So I think this right here will be the best cut. There we go. There we go. And then let's do this one right here. And we'll do the next one. Really just get in there, right? Oh, and I fucked up. I'm on the bone. Oh, I fucked this one bad. I fucked this one up badly. This is like right on the bone. Okay, that one I fucked up. We're not going to pay attention to that one. There you go. And that is the one rib. There you go. That's prime rib. So let's just see the juices. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Let me try to zoom in really quick. Looks pretty legit. I think the only thing that I would insanely change with this is obviously a resting period for sure. But then also smoking it instead. Like the color and everything overall, it has decent color, but like compared to like an actual smoker and getting that bark, oh my god, it's gonna be way better, guys. Way fucking better. So like, I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's juices flowing out of this bitch. It's not a lot like compared to a smoker, but it's a decent amount. It's a decent amount. Oh, that's nice. That's fucking nice. So we're gonna go ahead and just get some barbecue sauce on this. We're gonna taste it ourselves, and then we're gonna plate it. Oh yeah. Rip the meat part. That's nice. Again, the big difference that I would do that I didn't do on the stream is 3-2-1 method. I think that's gonna make this a lot nicer in my opinion. I smoked way too much Don't do me like this. I wish I could smoke right now, bro. I wish I could. That's amazing. Oh my god, look at that. So that's right there is kind of what you're looking for, is that horseshoe. When you bite out of the meat and it just comes straight out. Mmm. Mmm. That's that's big, bro. This is my favorite. This right here. This is a great part. Even no barbecue sauce. This is pretty good. I enjoy it. It's not the best that I ever made. I'll tell you that. But that's pretty good. That's fucking nuts. That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. Well, let's go ahead and try to plate this as nice as possible. So what I would do, plating this wise, there are ribs. So what I'm going to be looking for is a bigger plate, obviously. Let's go ahead and cut up another piece here. So basically, we're gonna try to plate this for the community manager. We're gonna plate this for the community manager. So like one there. Why won't this fucking thing cut? What the fuck's going on? One there. Just like that. Can't wait for the Raptor Wing episode. That actually might be the next one, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that actually might be the next one. Trying to figure out where to cut exactly so I don't run into a bone. It's very juicy. Very, very juicy. So like that. And then what I'm gonna do is grab a small cup. Just a small cup. I'm gonna bring in that mac and cheese. There you go. Don't know where the community manager is, but if she doesn't show up, because she's out doing her own thing, which is totally fine, you know, she's doing her own thing, right? What do you think BN will update? Watch the update come out now, and he has to finish cooking before he can get on. When are we doing the chocolate dipped spider wash stream? That could be next, bro. That could be next. We're gonna angle this at a small angle, and then like that. I wish I had veggies, but you know, you can't. You win some, you lose some, right? You win some, you lose some. Like that. And then you know what? You can add like a little bit of color too. We're adding some parsley on top. Might be strange, but trust me here, it adds a little color. Adds a tiny bit of color. Actually, what I should... Oh, the community manager is back, actually. Hello, community manager.
Hi.
You're gonna... Hello. You want to try this?
Sure, let me put my stuff down.
Yeah, you're good. And then we're gonna... I fucked up. I should have put the parsley on. This is just being a little bit exotic, you know? A little bit exotic with it. And what we're gonna do is pour a little bit more barbecue sauce. And this is how this is how you lock in the girlfriend, guys. Is if you do a little trick here that I like to do. You add a little little thing. But that's our plate. on. Can you guys see it or no? Can you wanna try it? Alright, community manager's gonna come in and she's gonna try this shit now. Falls? And that's what I was kinda scared of. I was kinda scared that it did fall. Alright. Here's all you. Wait. Alright. There better be no bias. There'll be no bias, don't worry. The community manager's gonna lay it in me.
Radio.
Later.
Later.
Hey, yo.
That was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's got a good amount of bite to it. Still,
Mhm.
like, I think when I was watching earlier, you said something about it falling off a little.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's still got a good bite to it.
Yeah, yeah. Try the mac and cheese.
I will.
That's a bit messy.
Mhm.
I don't think I tried it.
I brought you a fork. I almost wish it had like a little bit of spice to it, like a little spicier.
More spice.
Mhm.
Really? I try to ease back on the spice.
I feel like you could get away with a little more.
AP, you look a bit frightened. I am frightened, bro. I'm scared of the criticism. I don't know what to tell you.
Now that I've said the nice things.
Yeah, now she said the nice things, bro. She's gonna lay it in me, bro.
No, it's really good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
She took another bite. Also, whoa, 1.5K. Wait, we're at 1.5. Hold on. Oh shit, we are.
Whoa.
Yo. First of all, thank you guys for getting me to 1.5. It's been an absolutely amazing journey. More cooking streams, obviously, in the future for sure. Yeah, that's actually fucking insane. Hold on, I didn't even. Oh shit, I just closed out the stream. But there we go, guys. We made mammoth ribs with a side of mac and cheese. You know, something added. You know.
Your mic back?
No, it's fine. I can talk loud. No way the triracial needed to be told to spice the mac and cheese.
Whoa. The top falls off it.
My outpost has never eaten anything close to this. BNAP, your community manager is very cute, by the way. There you go. Community manager, guys. Community manager. This is how it be. Thank you. But, yeah, look, we got the mac and cheese going. Happy 4th of July, everyone. We got the mammoth ribs going.
You want a beer?
We got a fucking beer, you know. Ugh. Oh, it came out my nose. I'm crying now.
I was about to say, that sounded like it hurt you.
We no longer have beer. Wait, don't tell me you will end the live vid. What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't tell me what. Don't tell you what. We're continuing.
They want the
stream?
live to go longer.
You want the stream to go longer?
I assume.
Big burp, very big.
So big, very burp.
You were going. Yes.
Do you believe my opinion now?
Yeah, I believe your opinion now. Sadly, this you know what? We finished the cooking stream, guys. It's 4th of July. I want to relax. I just got off of work. Sorry, just got off of work and everything. Get to the community manager to play Battle Nations.
I would not know what's going on.
She would not know what's going on or anything. So great chug, yo. Thank you. Great stream. Yeah. Sadly, guys, this is it for the 4th of July stream and everything. Sadly, I didn't have anything planned for like Battle Nation wise. I was going to, if there was enough downtime, do smash or pass with every Battle Nation unit. But maybe we might carry that into Monday instead. But yeah, if you guys want to see smash or pass with every Battle Nation unit that we currently have, we can definitely run that for sure. What?
I started running around doing my own thing. Forgetting I had the mic on.
Yeah, I'll take it. Still waiting for the baby critter update with the mammoth costume. I was supposed to have the mammoth costume. I'll tell you this. Imagine if the devs put out the update on the 4th. Look, if the devs put out an update today at any time, I will go live again. I will 100% go live again. I'll tell you that right now. But as of right now, for what I see, hold on. We're going to check the Discord. Let me check the Discord. Yeah, they haven't posted anything. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. They said they were gonna post the update later. Wait, hold on. I didn't mean that. I almost said the date. I mean, I don't know the date. I don't know what you guys talking. Anyways, imagine if the devs put out the update on the 4th. No need for her to know how to play. Just endlessly R6 a unit in Trogs. I mean, yeah, we could do that. Oh, haha, hey yo. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today. We did the stream. We did the slow roast, the slow smoked mammoth ribs. Community manager tastes it. She loves the mac and cheese. She loves the ribs. This is her plate, basically. And I'm gonna go enjoy my 4th of July. I'm gonna drink more beer. I don't have a beer. I'm gonna go drink more beer and find him. We need to know. Wait. I don't know what you're talking about, guys. Anyways, start prepping for those boss strikes. Start prepping for level 50. I mean level 46. It's totally not level 50. We're not being pushed to level 50. They weren't lying or anything. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you guys talking about? Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's stream. He knows something. I don't know anything. But guys, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I absolutely loved hanging out with you guys on 4th of July. I wish I could hang out longer, but I need to minimum 100 125 of stream big slip up. That's crazy. Bro, it would fold in a course game. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking. Anyways, guys, it's been absolutely a fantastic time streaming for you guys. I love everything. It's a holiday. I want to enjoy it with the community manager, but thank you guys for being here and enjoying the time. Jury, am I cooked? Probably cooked. Yeah, you probably are cooked. I just spilled the fucking spice funds for mac and cheese. Okay. Spice funds for the mac and cheese donated for $10. Yo, thank you. You whitewashed man. All right. What can I say? Yeah, GGC. Hey, it's been a fantastic streaming for you guys, but I'm gonna go join 4th of July. You guys enjoy 4th of July as well. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. See you guys later.
Bye.
Man, it's crazy how they almost got the information out of me for the next update this weekend. It's actually crazy. It's a good thing I ended stream already. It's crazy that they didn't know that they're pushing level 50 and everything. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Anyways.